Okay, nice entrance. And welcome to another walk around episode here in Elegant Cars. And today we've got the Mercedes S500 Cabriolet.
This one. What color is it? Is it white or?
It's for those who don't have eyes. It's white.
Is it white?
It's white. It's white, right? It's white.
Pearlescent white? That's what they call it?
It's a glossy pearlescent white.
Okay. So, this car.
Yes.
Engine?
So this has got a V8 bi-turbo, and it was one of the first cars that Mercedes made with a hot V. Now the hot V is where the two turbos are placed inside of the V of the V8. So it's just on the inside, it keeps the engine compact and helps it perform better. Okay. Now this car creates 449 brake horsepower and 515 newton meters of torque.
Milliliters of torque?
Milliliters of torque.
Milliliters, no.
Newton meters, I said. In between choking on my own words. Okay, so the styling on this car is incredible. Now obviously the Mercedes S Coupe came from the S-Class, which is also the natural successor to the Mercedes CL. The CL, which is the Just Drive mobile. The CL started in the 90s and went all the way to 2012. It saw 3 iterations. The CL used to be the highest top of the range car that Mercedes would produce, obviously not including the SLS, SLR of the times, because they were joint ventures between AMG and McLaren, retrospectively. Now this car is a very, very high option, and I believe it's 39,000?
BD?
BD?
I think so.
Now the retail base of this car is 51,000 dinars.
With all of these options?
With all of the options. So now this is a 2017 model with 4,000 kilometers on it, which is basically nothing.
At the front I'm seeing it a bit busy, like it has some things on the light.
Yes. So while we just talk about what's in terms of designing, so the design of the car is obviously taken from a sportier version of the S-Class. While coming around to the LED lights, you're going to notice you've got a lot of sparkle going on. So this car has got the optional Swarovski pack. Now the Swarovski pack itself is quite an expensive option, however changes the way that the headlights operate. The lasers pass through these refractive pieces of crystal, and the way that it's put onto the road is completely different to a normal car. It becomes more open and the visuals become easier to see. Now this car...
From Louis. Lessening glass from Louis.
Yes, lessening glass from Louis. So this car has got... The S Coupe has got a lot of options, but this is a full option car. It's got something called the night mode, where in the digital display you can actually see as if you had night vision.
So it is this thing over here, I believe, right? For the night vision?
Yes, that's the night vision camera.
And this is the normal camera.
So the sensors, parking sensors, are usually hidden in the front Mercedes badge. That's why you're going to notice that most of them now are completely blacked out.
Oh.
Now something I usually like about Mercedes, and especially you see it in more older ones, is this front badge. There's something about the texture, something about the quality. It's something that's classic and classy. It's something special to the touch rather than the new ones that just hide the sensors.
Okay.
Moving around to the sides of the car, we've got these, what are they, 19-inch wheels?
I think it was 20.
20-inch wheels,
if I'm not mistaken.
With steel brakes.
20 with the steel brakes.
Yes, now that's a dual tone painted feature, which is again another option. Moving to the side of the car, it's an S-Class, so it's going to be incredibly comfortable. It comes with a lane assist, and also comes with an lane assist feature, which I guarantee you've never seen in another car.
Which is?
This car will change lanes for you by a touch of a button.
What do you mean?
So the car will sense all other cars around it. It'll judge the distances, judge the gaps, and it will merge into the nearest lane when the car feels it is safest.
So you don't have to.
You don't move the steering wheel. You don't look. The car does everything for you.
You don't have to be a skilled driver to change lanes.
Just like you, Ahmed, because I saw where you were going with that. You don't have to be a skilled driver. Moving on into the interior of the car.
Shouldn't you go to the back a bit?
We'll just finish at the back.
Okay.
Okay, because there's quite a lot to talk about in the
Let's move to the interior. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
So when you open these doors, you're greeted with these lovely, heavy Mercedes doors. Now I'm just going to close the door so you can see this little feature. It's a little assistant that will help give you your seatbelt, because of course when you're driving a Mercedes, you're better than everyone else and you shouldn't have to reach for the seatbelt yourself. This was actually a feature that was first seen in the CL and S class of the 90s.
Well, obviously the S class is always
the
top
featured
technology.
The newest tech that would always drip down. The S class of the 90s has still probably got tech that aren't in all everyday cars. So when we move into the interior, we're going to see that it's got this wonderful package. The Swarovski pack extends onto the interior where you've got this crystal bar. Now this hides your cup holders and
CD player.
Yes, and quite a unique way, I'd say. Now the seats themselves are designer pack. Now these are an option. They're an option in the way that the bolsters are more comfortable with the version that they've got and the dual stitching. The thing with the Cabriolet is that when obviously you've got this long, blowing, beautiful hair that I have, you don't want it getting caught in the wind. So this is actually a buffer. It will blow with the air down onto your neck. And I don't know exactly the mechanics of how it works, but it stops your hair from going everywhere.
What do you call it? No. Isn't it the scarf something?
Yes, it's the air scarf.
Air scarf something.
Whatever it does,
something
it keeps
like
your hair in place. You've usually got a wind bar like you have here. Now this would raise. Now this has got the optional extra where it's got the virtual air scarf, where you don't need this necessarily to raise. You can just flip up a switch, but then again it's also used as a nice cooling feature. Now moving into the car, you're going to see the vast array of design elements that go into it and all of the amazing features. So this has got the first of Mercedes dual screens.
Screens, yes.
Yeah. It's finished in this dark tan leather with black accents and piano black bits and bobs here and there. So on the steering wheel, across the dash, finished with this gold light.
And on the door.
Yes. And the gold line is also part of the Swarovski pack because it makes you slightly fancier and ooh-la-la than everyone else. Now the car itself is incredibly comfortable and incredibly intuitive and easy to use. An idiot, such as myself, has managed to drop the roof, get comfortable in the seat relatively fast. The electrics are fast, everything is reliable, it's a Mercedes at the end of the day, you know what you're getting.
Obviously, there isn't much room in the back.
So this is known as a 2+2. Now the seats at the back, you can get people in the back, and the seats are quite intelligent, so they'll move all the way back, but will stop as soon as they sense somebody's legs. I think this was the first car to do that when it was launched back in 2014. So
I haven't seen any new cars with this feature, that it will automatically stop. I almost got crushed in one of the...
I think it's starting to roll into cars now. Yeah. So the S Coupe was launched in 2014. This was launched, the Cabriolet, in 2016. Now, in the year 2019, you can only buy a Cabriolet in S560 form, S63 form, and S65, which is usually a sign that Mercedes are looking to bring out the next model. So, that's the interior. The last of the Burmester. This is something I should have mentioned. This car, being top of the range, has just about everything, and that includes this super expensive sound system. Now at the back we've got two subwoofers.
Isn't it exposed to the environment when you're driving?
It is.
I mean, you're driving and then it just starts a small drizzle and then all of a sudden you get
this is Mercedes,
inside.
you know that it's going to have some quality to it and you know it's going to have a little weather resistance. Moving to the back, we've got continued sportier styling. Now the car's based off the S-Class chassis, however it is shorter and more dynamic and better for sportier driving, I'd say. The seats themselves are bolstered differently, so it's more comfortable for when you are driving and you're going a bit faster than you should be. The tail lights.
Headlights? You always confuse them with the headlights.
Well, you know what, Ahmed, I'm only human. What do you expect? So this car does actually not sound too bad.
Yeah.
Especially for a car that's wafting.
Exactly. More of a cruiser and more of an elegant
So I feel like the only way to describe the back of this car is very smooth and elegant and flowing until you get to the rear outtakes.
Something thick. Something that's not working. But at least the exhaust are real.
No.
What?
I don't know.
They are real, right? there are two exhausts inside.
Yeah, but they're like little circles. They're irritating.
But it's not the fake.
Yeah, but it's still fake. Okay, moving on into the boot. I like this feature. The first time I actually saw this feature, though, was on my uncle's Golf.
Which is?
How to open the boot.
How to open the boot.
This lovely hand model will now demonstrate. Pushing it back and flipping it up. And it comes up with some force.
So it's going to hit you in the face.
I'm going to do it again, right? But you're going to see.
You know, while shooting the B-roll, I struggle to open the boot. It's like, I don't know.
Hang on. And run. Because it's fast. Now the back itself is obviously hindered when you've got the soft top.
The roof down. Yeah.
Now this boot itself is quite large and it's got enough of a capacity for your average man. And the way that the boot closes so quickly, hang on, yeah. The way that it closes so quickly, you can easily kidnap someone.
If they fit in this.
If they fit in it. Now this button, when the car is running, will lower the boot so you can put things in easier, which is the first time I've seen it in a coupe.
Which button?
This one. Lowers it. Now this will obviously lock it, and this one will move and close the boot. Now, okay, it's kind of fast. So
it is.
That's the end of it for this S-Class S Coupe review.
Yeah.
If you like it, please let us know.
Yeah, please actually
give us some reasoning for living.
Something, just like, comment, subscribe.
Feel sorry for me.
And tell us what do you think of this car, not Louis who's standing in the middle of the way, as always. This car. What do you think of it? And just write down in the comment section below. And if you guys are in Bahrain, just pop over here.
I have to say, as always, a big thank you to Elegant Cars for not only their amazing hospitality, but their incredible inventory. And if you are in the market for one of these incredible cars,
for a walkthrough.
No, they've also got a large inventory of
Yeah, I'm talking about this.
But also if you want one of these, it's incredible value for money, it's incredibly high spec. Come give them a call.
Incredibly nice. So, I think that's it. So, guys, again, I already said don't forget. So,
Bye.